Yo, what's good YouTube? It's your boy NGF Kold and I'm back with another video for y'all, man. And in this video, I'm gonna be going over my absolute favorite build that I made this year. And believe me when I tell you that this build right here is a pure bucket. I had a good string of games dropping like 40 back to back, 27, 30, 34. And I was like, let me drop a build video for y'all, man. Because I be out there scoring so easily. First, I'm gonna show y'all exactly how I make the build. Then I'm gonna go over what I would probably change if I were to remake it. And then I'm gonna show y'all all of my Sigs. But before we get started, I just wanna give y'all a huge thank you for helping me reach 9,700 subscribers, bruh. This means so much to me and I appreciate everyone who been tuning into my videos. So if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to your boy. We getting real closer and closer to that 10K sub mark. Alright, let's dive right into it. Alright, so I went with the 6'7" point guard, 180 on the weight, and a 6'10" wingspan. So as far as finishing goes, I think this build is pretty well balanced. I get good dunk animations, I have a solid layup rating, and whenever I do the right move, it tends to work out for me. I like to go for the Euro animations because those are the hardest to guard. Just look how easily I skip through that lane. And I got some post control mixed in there as well too. This separates me from other builds because nobody's expecting me to use post moves on a guard. And I like to use them because it makes my scoring bag that much deeper. So these are what my finishing stats look like. 80 close shot, 83 driving layup, 84 driving dunk, 45 standing dunk, and a 79 post control. Now let's talk about the shooting on this build. When I tell you I barely miss, I barely miss. Most games I'm shooting at a pretty high clip, and this is why I really like this build. Especially now since I unlocked heat check, you really can't give me no space. Now if they play me too close like this, then I'ma just get past them and pull the midi. And when I'm knocking down my threes, it opens up my mid ranges even more. And when I'm really hot, defenders just start jumping at me like that's gonna do something. Y'all know I love my back shoulder fades. I really like having this move in my bag because it creates a lot of space. I'm a threat pretty much everywhere around the court. Alright, so here's what my shooting attributes look like. 93 mid-range, 85 3-ball, and an 89 free throw. I really like the 93 mid-range paired up with the 85 3. I feel like I shoot perfectly fine, especially with my high zones. Alright, so let's get into the playmaking on this build. I wouldn't say I'm the best dribbler, but I do be putting some nice little combos together. Like peep this clip right here. I literally spent Buddy around. I be catching some ankles here and there too. But yeah, man, I pretty much got all my Sigs and I found out the way that I want to be dribbling this year. I'm gonna be dropping all of my Sigs at the end of this video, so be on the lookout for that. Alright, so here are my playmaking stats. I have a 70 pass act, 88 ball handle, and a 75 speed with ball. I made this to be a 2-guard / secondary ball handler, and I hate when it puts me at the 1 when I'm trying to play solo reg. The pass accuracy is a little low, but other than that, I like the dribbling. Alright, moving on to the defensive side of the ball. Y'all know I'm a pure bucket getter, so I'm not too worried about playing defense on this build. But I do be getting some sneaky steals here and there. I usually don't be getting dropped off, but if it does get too bad, I don't mind calling for a switch. And I'm most likely matching them in points on the other end, so I'm not too worried about it. And I don't have any clips of it, but I did add some rebounding to this build. And it's nothing too crazy, it just comes in handy when I'm playing twos. Alright, so here's what my defensive stats look like. 70 perimeter, 75 steal, and 70 offensive and defensive rebound. Pretty bare minimum stats. I will say the rebounding is pretty underwhelming. I thought I was going to get more with the high vertical, but it didn't work out that way. But it's all good, I'm not really tripping about it. But here are the physicals that I went with. 80 speed, 78 agility, 68 strength, and an 80 vertical. I think the physicals are fine. I use speed for one of my takeover boosters and it works out for me. And there's the full build, with the name being Shoot First Point. Alright, so that's the exact remake of my build. I'm gonna show y'all what I would change if I were to remake it. So if I were to remake this build today, knowing what I know now, I would change two things. I would put the rebounding as low as it can go. So instead of 70-70, it will be 39 and 43, I think. And that would give us enough space to go up to 89 driving dunk. And 89 driving dunk unlocks contact animations. And I will also take down my ball handle from 88 to 86. And my speed with balls from 75 to 68. And from here, I have two options. I can go either 93 driving dunk, or I can go 86 pass accuracy. Of course you can add more defense too, but I'm just staying more offensive focused. And those are the changes that I would probably make if I were to remake the build today. Now it's time for me to go over all the animations that I use, starting with my jump shot. Out of all the jumpers that I used this year, this is definitely my favorite one. It's real smooth and easy to time. Here's the base and releases that I use. And here's the blending. I'm super not down with this shot, and sometimes I even get messages about it. Alright, so here are the scoring moves that I'm rocking out with. For my layups, I use default swing. Go-to shot, right now I'm using Jonathan Kuminga. Dribble pull-up, Pro 2. Spin jumper, Pro. For hop jumpers, I switch between Devin Booker and Jason Tatum's, depending on how I'm feeling. And post fade, I use Michael Jordan, and for post hop shot, I use Kobe Bryant. Alright, so those are my scoring moves. Now I'm gonna show y'all all my dribble moves. For my dribble style, I switch between Devin Booker and Zion. Signature size up, Drew Holiday. For both of my breakdown combos, I use Kevin Durant. For escape moves, I use Luka. For the crossover, I use Lonzo Ball. Behind the back, Andrew Wiggins. Spin, Penny Hardaway. Tyrese Halliburton for the hezzy. And Devin Booker for the step back. And lastly, here are the only dunk animations that I'm rocking with. Imagine how crazy this build would be if I had contact dunks. But yeah man, this build is a problem on offense. And I'm damn near unguardable when I'm hot. Well, that's about all that I got for y'all today, man. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, put the word cold in the comments to show me that you're a real one. And I'll catch y'all boys in the next one. Peace.